Right, what can I say about our next guest? Well, he kind of started off as a glorified Torchwood tea boy, but then he became so much more, partly because he developed this fantastic dry sense of wit, partly because he started snogging Captain Jack, which strangely a lot of girls seem to like. And then, last year of course, he broke several 100,000 hearts at least with his tragic death. Sorry? But no, that didn't happen. He's still alive. It's Gareth David-Lloyd.
Hello. Yes, the rugby has started, and I'm only going to miss half of it for you lot. I'm going to get the second half in the pub. So thank you. SFX. Are there any children here? There are, aren't there? If a swear word accidentally falls from my mouth, can you not send any letters of complaints to SFX? It's completely my responsibility. They've already told me I can't swear. So if I do swear on accident, don't go moaning to them, come moaning to me. Because I won't care.
Okay, ich komm.
So Gareth, I think like the journey of Yanto, if we're going to call it something as highfalutin as that, was one of the great things about Torchwood, because he started off and he was like the backroom boy, doing the kind of you can't do anything in this audience.
What's that piece of paper? You've just got a list of innuendos on there, haven't you? Just going to read every question. You've got an innuendo.
Innuendo?
Innuendo. Sorry?
Which endo?
Yes, he was a backroom boy.
And then they kind of, what I loved about the second series was the way he suddenly became this ultra dry character in the background. Did that something they just
ultra dry, is that an innuendo? I don't know with you now, so what was he doing?
Was that something they just kind of picked up on part of you as a person, or?
I don't know really. I mean, it was great for me in the sense I had a couple of funny lines, which I thought were funny lines, and the producers thought they were delivered in a funny way, so I got more of them, which is nice. And eventually, which I think is the main reason his character got so popular, was because he started kissing Captain Jack. Which, by the way, is one of the forbidden questions. When we have questions later, no, what's it like to kiss John Barrowman? Because it was rubbish. And no, do you miss Torchwood and do you want to be back in it? Because that sounds like I'm begging for my job back, so no. So those are the forbidden questions.
Yeah, and obviously, like you said, a large part of, well, he became like this cult hero, really. That's true, isn't it?
Yes!
I mean, John Barrowman's out there giving it all this, but we know who is the real star of this programme, don't we? It's you, isn't it? Barrowman's trying to steal the limelight all the time.
What can I say?
But it was partly, that everybody loved that romance between the two characters. I mean, what is it like trying to deal with Barrowman during those scenes? No, I'm going to say, you forbid them from asking, not me. He's a very naughty man, isn't he?
He's a very naughty boy. But actually, in those scenes, in particular, he was...
was he a gentleman?
He was very... he was very professional. And John is very professional. He likes to put himself across as a very naughty boy. But actually, when the camera's turning, he's all there.
Yeah, that was you, not me.
Didn't mean it.
And obviously, Yanto.
Can you keep me advised on the score as well?
Yeah, just shout it out.
Anyone who's got.
If anyone knows if Hull City are beating Manchester City as well, just shout that out.
Don't bother with that.
Really?
Nearly. Cymru! Anyone with any rugby scores? Pardon?
Well, that was exciting.
No score.
Yeah. Can you update us if someone actually scores? But when did you find out that Yanto was going to be leaving us? Did they just give you the script and say?
After it was aired, they digitally enhanced it, so I wasn't actually doing that scene. I filmed an entire 5th episode with Yanto in. I think none of them had the guts to tell me, so they waited until I watched it. So I was as surprised as you. I never filmed that. What? No, I'm dying? No! Since then, Russell and Julie have changed their numbers. I had an inkling when my agent called me up and said, 3rd series has got the go-ahead. You'll be needed for 3 or 4 out of the 5 episodes. I go on holiday. I have a rest. I get injured and I'm in hospital. That's what it must be. No, obviously. Then I thought, oh wait, I've done 3. It's my 3rd season now, and I'm lucky to get this far because I wasn't expecting to survive the first. So I was happy to go out, and especially with the brilliant scripts that were written for series 3 and the brilliant direction. It was a pleasure to have that series as Yanto's exit.
Does Russell take you out for a meal and kind of go, like explain why this is happening, or is it just you just get on with it?
No, but
you just get the script, you get on with it.
Yeah, I had a glass of wine with Julie and Pete, and
Pete's the producer, right?
Yes, yeah, that's right, yeah. And they just said, this is the storyline this year, and Yanto dies, and I said, I thought as much because my contract said I'm only in a few of the episodes, and she said, don't worry, it's a brilliant, you die in Captain Jack's arms, it's a great death scene, and I was happy with that.
And was that actually the last thing you filmed, or was it something completely different?
What, Torturers?
No, I mean that scene, that particular scene.
In the filming of season 3, that was the last thing that I shot. No, actually, the last thing I shot was me dead.
Under a sheet?
Yeah, well, when they pull the sheets back. I thought that would be easy, so I went and got pissed the night before. Drunk. I went and got drunk. I went and got drunk the night before, so I thought, all I've got to do is lie, they didn't look dead. I can do that. I do that every morning. But it's really difficult to stay still when you've got a hangover, because you just, every now and again you get this involuntary sort of nervous spasm that starts somewhere deep in your bowels, and that was difficult. So death scenes, don't get drunk the night before. It's far more difficult to stay still.
But before you were under the sheet, was it a sad day, or trying to film that? Under the sheet? You perverts!
Under the sheet. When has that been any type of innuendo? Under the sheet. Under the sheet. Grow up. So yes, when I was under the sheet.
Before you were under the sheet, they're filming the actual dying in Jack's arms.
That was the day before.
Yeah.
So that whole the end of Yanto's story was sort of filmed consecutively.
So is that all kind of funereal atmosphere, or are you all just pissed and having a laugh? Or?
No, it was sad. It was very somber mood in the studio. But we just got on with it, and we done it. We did that scene. I think it was only ever 1 or 2 takes max for every angle we filmed that shot. We did it from about four different angles. And it was upsetting enough to, for it to be easy to put across.
I don't know what the hell I was going to say now.
Something filthy.
It was going to be very incisive, actually. That's not a double entendre.
He said it was very intrusive.
And what I was going to ask you about was, and the public reaction to Yanto dying was pretty phenomenal from this lot, wasn't it? When did you become aware of that? That people were going crazy on the internet and starting these petitions and